Compare and contrast different types of leadership and management styles, contingent and situational leadership. Contingent and situational leadership both emphasize that effective leadership depends on context rather than a single universal style, but they differ in how they define that context and how leaders should respond. Situational leadership focuses primarily on the readiness, competence, and confidence of followers. The leader adjusts their behaviors along a spectrum from directing to coaching, supporting, or delegating, depending on the development level of individuals or teams. This model assumes that readiness changes over time, and therefore leadership behaviors must shift accordingly. Contingent leadership, however, incorporates a wider range of variables such as organizational structure, task complexity, power relationships, culture, and the external environment. Rather than focusing solely on followers' capability, contingent leadership analyses multiple situational factors to determine which leadership style will be most effective. While situational leadership provides a clear and practical framework for day-to-day management, contingent leadership acknowledges broader dynamics, making it more complex but also more adaptable to varied organizational settings. In situational leadership, leaders diagnose follower readiness by assessing both competence and commitment. For example, when followers lack skills and confidence, a directive or instructive style is appropriate. As capabilities grow, leaders shift towards coaching or supporting styles, eventually delegating responsibility once followers become self-directed. This approach reinforces learning and gradual empowerment, making it particularly effective in environments where development and performance improvement are priorities. Contingent leadership, however, suggests that leadership effectiveness is not determined by follower readiness alone, but by how well leadership behavior fits the wider circumstances. In some contexts, technical expertise may matter more than relational support, while in others, emotional intelligence or collaboration may be more critical. Contingent leadership frameworks often consider variables such as organizational goals, time pressure, cultural norms, and risk levels. This means a leader may need to be authoritative in a crisis, collaborative during strategy development, and mentoring-focused when building team cohesion. Thus, contingent leadership demands flexibility across multiple dimensions. Both leadership styles require adaptability, but their implications for organizational practice differ. Situational leadership is more prescriptive, offering clear guidance on adjusting behaviors based on follower development needs, which makes it especially useful for training, coaching, and performance management. It encourages leaders to be attentive to individual differences and to adjust support and autonomy accordingly. Contingent leadership, on the other hand, requires broader diagnostic capability and strategic judgment. Leaders must evaluate contextual factors and tailor leadership approaches in line with organizational priorities, external conditions, and team dynamics. This model aligns more closely with strategic leadership, where decisions have long-term implications. In practice, effective leaders often blend the two approaches. They consider the external environment and organizational context contingent view, while adapting to follower readiness on a more immediate basis situational view. Ultimately, both styles reinforce the principle that leadership is not static but responsive, requiring awareness, observation, and the capacity to shift behaviors to achieve desired outcomes.